everybody, this is Olivia Edwards
and Grace Hager
here with the Big Screen Review. Today we're going to be talking about everything we think is
wrong with After.
After is a romance movie about a girl who goes to college and falls in love with a weird British dude named Hardin.
First of all, what is that name?
Hardin.
Hardin.
Imagine looking at a newborn baby and thinking,
Hardin is his name.
You'd be a good Hardin.
You would make an amazing Hardin.
Yes. It was originally written as a Harry Styles fan fiction.
Which is a big no.
No. How do you turn like a 13-year-old girl's love story for Harry Styles into a movie?
On Wattpad.
I don't know how someone does that.
Well, I mean, Kissing Booth was also a Wattpad story.
We all know how bad Kissing Booth was. Yeah. Self-promo here. Go check out our Kissing Booth podcast.
Yep,
It's pretty good.
Exactly.
So the premise of this movie is that Hardin is dared to fall in love with the girl Tessa.
Yeah. Which always ends bad. So...
Yep. So there are 3 love interests in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Well,
kind of
two, but...
Kind
of 3.
First is Noah, who's her boyfriend in the beginning when she goes to college.
Yeah, he's a high school senior.
He's ugly and wears clothes from the Gap.
Very ugly.
And has a weird best friend relationship with Tessa's mom.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy on how much they like each other.
They've been dating for like years at a time.
Yeah. Like, she literally said that her mom's been planning their wedding since they were like 5.
Yep. So, if that isn't a source of concern, I don't know what is.
That's too long to be with someone.
And then the other genuine love interest is Hardin, which should not be a love interest because he's weird.
He's weird. He's creepy.
Hardin's like Mr. Tattoo E-boy over here.
Oh, yep. Mr.
But,
Tattoo E-boy. He wears all black.
Yeah.
And classic E-boy.
He associates himself with, like, the weird people that E-boys would be friends with, like, the partying type and, like...
The druggies.
The popular kids. But what I found odd is that he reads a lot of literature, but that doesn't match his personality type.
It really doesn't. First of all, he's Mr. Tattoo E-boy.
I don't know how that happened, why they decided for that to happen, but, like...
I don't know. It was some 13-year-old girl in her room be like, yes, this is it.
He's into literature.
I've come up with the best man.
Yes.
Well, technically it was Harry Styles, so...
Yes. And then Landon.
Does Harry Styles like to read?
I don't know. According to this 13-year-old girl, yeah.
Yes.
And then Landon, who's not really an actual love interest, but
he should be.
He should be, because he's Tessa's first genuine friend at college.
Yeah, like, actual friend who's not, mean to her.
He's cute and nice and polite, and he treats her right and gives her, romance advice.
Yeah, he's a nice kid. But does she go for him? No.
Nope.
She goes for the Mr. Tattoo bad boy, E-boy guy.
At first, she's, a stereotypical freshman. She gets up at the butt crack of dawn and goes to school, and she's like, oh, I'm a college freshman.
Yay.
And she doesn't party at first, which we don't condone drinking or partying at all. Mm-mm. But when she does start, once every,
being a college
few
student.
Weeks, yes. Being a normal college student.
Yeah. As one college student does.
Noah breaks up with her, and he's like, I can't have a girlfriend who does this.
Yeah.
And he's way too protective over her and treats her like he's her dad.
Yeah, and it's really creepy on how, overprotective he is.
It's way too creepy.
It's toxic.
Yes.
It's so toxic.
He hovers over her way too much. And I'd like to add that this movie, since Hardin's so into literature, it's really hard to follow if you don't know the literature that they're talking about.
If you haven't read the books or, haven't heard of them.
Yeah, they talk a lot about Wuthering Heights, The Great Gatsby, and Pride and Prejudice. Which I've only read one of those.
Yeah, me too. It was... But, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
But... I didn't know that.
But it did have great foreshadowing because they had this scene where Hardin and Tessa had class together.
Yeah.
And they have a foreshadowing moment where, in the book Wuthering Heights, supposedly Darcy falls in love with Elizabeth Bennet and then just turns it right off when Elizabeth starts catching feelings. And that kind of foreshadows what Hardin does to Tessa as he is dared to fall in love with her and then he just breaks her heart.
By turning it off.
Yep. So there's really solid foreshadowing in that.
Because you can tell what's about to happen, but, you don't see it.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that.
See, if I actually read the book, I would have probably caught that, and I would have.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, yeah.
But at the end, I can make the connection even after not being able to read the literature. Also, if we're going to talk about these characters, I feel like we should also... We kind of already touched on how Hardin's like an e-boy, but like, let's talk a little bit about the wardrobe for a minute.
Yep.
Tessa's like...
God. She's a soft girl.
She's like,
She dresses like a
red
soft
dresses and like overalls and like pink clothes and crop tops.
TikTok soft girl.
Yeah. And then Hardin's like, oh, I gotta wear black shirts every day that show off my tattoos, and we never see him wear long sleeves.
No, he would always wear black short sleeve shirts with black jeans.
Every scene.
Yes. Nothing new.
And I don't understand
Did
why.
he ever even do laundry?
Probably not.
He's a boy.
I don't understand why Tessa doesn't have her own friend group in this movie.
I know. She only has one other friend that she made by herself.
So when the Truth or Dare game is set up and when it's agreed that Hardin's gonna make Tessa fall in love with her, we have this scene where Tessa's roommate brings her
To a party.
to a party, and all of Tessa's roommate's friends become
Her friends.
her friends.
Friends.
Her quote friends, but she doesn't actually do anything with them.
Yeah, exactly.
But my question is, why does she not have her own genuine friends?
I know. They're
why-
all so toxic.
I know. Why is Hardin in her friend group?
I don't know.
That freaks me out. I would never want my significant other in my friend group.
Yep, exactly.
That's way too awkward.
It is. And then if you break up,
You
then
don't
friends
get
are going to
any-
pick sides.
You
and-
don't get any distance from them. That's not healthy. It's not
No.
good. The entire movie is them just like falling in love. Because
There's no storyline.
the dare happens like 10 minutes in, which they don't explicitly tell you it's a dare until the end of the movie.
Yeah, until the end of the movie.
Because they give you the point of view of Tessa, who leaves before Hardin is dared to fall in love with her.
Yes.
But they fall in love way too fast. The entire movie is just them falling in love. Which it's incredibly long and slow and boring.
It's like almost a 2-hour long movie. Which it does not need to be almost 2 hours.
I'd like to point in that Hardin and Tessa move in together after like a week of knowing each other.
Yeah, in like this professor or whatever's like apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, oh, I'm supposed to be house sitting for my dad's colleague or something like that while she's in Italy.
for the entire year.
I don't
First of all,
know.
she has a job. Like, okay.
It's just incredibly unrealistic, and it kind of like diminishes the credibility of this movie.
Yeah. Harry Styles fanfic.
No.
I'm gonna keep mentioning that.
I feel like we cannot let that drop.
No.
It is a Harry Styles fanfic.
Yeah, it was
It's
on
not good.
Wattpad. No. Let me rephrase that. All Wattpad stories should be made on Wattpad.
He knows her for like an hour, and then he takes her to a secret like spot at the lake where he's like, this is where I come to chill out. And then they go friggin' swimming together after knowing each other for like an hour.
Yeah, literally, like, takes her to a secret spot after knowing for less than a day. I'm like,
All of these relationships in this movie are completely garbage.
they like move way too fast.
And even her relationship with her mother is like unbelievable because
She cut her off.
I know her dad's out of the picture, and then her mom cuts her off for no reason.
Yep. It's just a lot of like, seriously?
I feel like the mom is so angsty, and the mom should be the teen, not Tessa.
Yeah, exactly. Because Tessa seems, not saying that she is, but she seems more grown up
Yes.
than the mother.
On the topic of bad relationships, she breaks up with Noah. Tessa breaks up with Noah like half hour into the movie, probably.
Yeah. It took her a little longer than it should have.
Yeah. Actually, he broke up with her, but
Yeah.
because she cheated on him with Hardin, blah, 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 blah. But she gets really upset about that, and I don't understand because she was the one who done messed up.
Yeah, exactly. She literally cheated on him.
And then she's like, Noah, don't go, don't go. I love you.
Like, no, you don't. If you loved him, you wouldn't have cheated on him.
Bro, and then, like, they meet and, like, talk about what happened
Yeah.
after they broke up.
I'm like, you don't do that.
Nobody, no normal human does that.
No.
also, Noah has the maturity of like a 30-year-old man. Like, he's a high school senior.
But he's weirdly mature.
But he,
and
wants to talk
gross.
with his ex. Yeah, it's creepy.
It's gross, and I'm like, okay.
I love me like a mature man, but like not like a 30-year-old man, you know?
Yeah. He just looks like a 30-year-old man, too.
At the end of the semester, after they've like fallen in love and and Tessa
Oohs
knows
and
that it was
ahs.
all just a dare. Hardin and her in the same like English class.
Yeah.
So he turns in like a romantic essay that he wrote about Tessa.
And then what does the teacher end up doing? Giving it to Tessa. Being like, here, this is meant for you and not for me. Gives his essay that he wrote just for the teacher, technically, to another student.
It's definitely not allowed, but okay.
Nope. You would probably think that'd be illegal.
And then the end of the movie is Tessa reading it to herself and like
Yes, we hear the entire essay, which, Hardin, we don't want to hear your entire essay because no one cares.
because Hardin's still like kind of in love with her. He knows that he messed up, but he like actually kind of caught feelings for her. But I think he's just confused and doesn't know what he wants at this point.
He's literally like a teenage boy. None of them know what they want.
No, they're even if they had like a solid relationship minus the truth or dare game,
Yeah.
it wouldn't work out.
No, most
'Cause
likely
he's
not.
still just an e-boy who's like, oh, me. Like, I
He's
don't care
such,
about my
like-
partner.
Yeah, he needs some time. He needs some time to marinate.
Yes. His letter at the end is just too creepy romantic
Yeah.
and too long and just, it's too cheesy.
Oh, just a little bit.
But I'm glad that like Tessa at the end is able to get her like writing publishing company that she
Yeah.
wants.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was good, but there's a lot of like problems with how believable it is because again, it is a Harry Styles fanfic that some teen
Exactly.
girl wrote.
Probably not even a teenager, probably like some 10-year-old girl.
Probably.
Yep.
Yep. So that was after, folks.
Yep, that's after.
That's after. Thanks for listening, everyone. This has been Olivia Edwards
And Grace Hager.
here with the Big Screen Review.